hope the links. Oh, hello. Hi, 大家好. Hello, welcome. Jimmy joined us today, and I know now Hong Kong is 2 a.m. in the morning, and we're very lucky to have Jimmy to be with us today. 咁咧，我想介紹下 Jimmy 先啦。咁佢咧係一個 radio LAtalkradio 嘅主持人啦。咁佢咧係一個關於戀愛嘅專家嚟嘅，任何嘅 relationship 嘅專家。咁佢都有自己嘅 channel 啦，亦都係都好 popular 噶啦，好多人都識佢噶。咁咧，所以 I know you're very busy, Jimmy. Thank you so much for joining us today.
So happy to be here.
Thank you so much. And today you're going to share 5 tips for the single girls, right?
Oh, yeah. We're going to get them armed and ready to go out and find your man.
Yes, Jimmy 就話咧，今日會同我哋分享5個 tips 咧，係俾呢個 single girls 單身嘅女子啦。咁咧，你哋小心聽、留意聽啦喎，因為 Jimmy 講嘢咧，佢咧非常之直接，佢都唔會兜彎嘅。咁咧，有時可能你會覺得哇嚇，原來咁㗎。Okay, let's start.
Okay, so tip number 1 is to be authentic, to be yourself, to show up completely as yourself and no one else.
嗱 ，Jimmy 就講到咧，第一點咧就係我哋要完全做一個 authentic 真正嘅自己咧，要完全係真正嘅自己喎，係唔掩飾，唔好扮做第二個人嘅喎。What do you mean by authentic? I think you can explain a little bit more.
Yeah, good question. I didn't want to go too much on because I know you're translating, but being authentic really means loving yourself unconditionally. Showing up just completely as who you are. You're not trying to be someone else. You're not trying to impress your date. You're not that chameleon who changes for every guy. You just show up as you because that's the easiest thing to do.
即係咧，我哋好多時啦嚇，我哋特別是華人社會咧，有時候我哋會去模仿其他你自己覺得靚嘅人，或者你自己覺得好嘅人。咁咧，我哋一去模仿人哋嘅時候咧，其實好容易就即刻迷失咗自己，即刻變咗第二個人。咁咧 ，Jimmy 就話到咧，我哋要好勇敢咁樣去表現，做翻真正嘅自己係點樣 ？Yes.
You have a very good memory, and this might be a profession for you. The fact that because I did say a lot.
Yeah, I just love talking. I think I just inherited this thing from my dad. My dad could talk like 7 hours nonstop. So
okay. So should we move on to number 2 is to be present, be in the moment when you're on the date. And do you want to repeat that, or do you want me to go on? Do you want to say it? I'll explain.
The point number 2, right?
You want to say what it is, and then I'll explain?
You can explain.
Okay. So this means when you're on the date, don't be in your head. Don't be somewhere else. When you're in your head, you're worried about, does the guy like me? Does my hair look okay? This is more about being present. Do I like the guy? How do I feel in this moment? Instead of all the worries that go on in a lot of women's heads.
Yeah， 咁咧第二點咧 ，Jimmy 就講到咧，我哋要 completely present， 即係我哋要真係一個人全心全意。譬如我而家同你食緊飯，我同呢個男仔食緊飯或者傾緊偈，我哋全心全意留心呢一個人係點，亦都係 pay attention 而家呢個 moment， 唔好諗，我個頭得唔得咧？咦，我呢條裙得唔得咧？我依個高踭鞋得唔得咧？唔好諗呢啲嘢，完全係100% present 係同呢個人一齊嘅。咁你真情流露你自己係邊個人？
It also means don't be thinking about what you're going to do tomorrow. Don't actually be on the date or don't be on your phone. It's very obvious and it's offensive to the guy if he knows that you're not really listening. Just like we as women, we want a guy to listen to us. So we want him to know that we're really there and we're not anywhere else.
This is not easy nowadays because we're always looking at our cell phones nowadays, right?
Well, right. It's not easy. It takes practice, and it is a practice. That's what mindfulness is, right? It's being in the moment. And so, if you have a mindfulness practice in general, it can help to just be where you are. And whether you're on a date or no matter where you are, it's really important to just be in that moment because the moment is all we have.
咁 Jimmy 咧就提到咧，就算無論你嗰個 moment 係幾忙，或者我哋而家好忙，成日都會拎個手機出嚟，或者有 beep 啊，又有 notification 啊，咁咧好容易就分心。即係調翻轉，如果我哋係同一個人 date 緊，你都想嗰個男仔係留意你講緊啲咩，你都唔想佢東張西望，係成日拎個手機出嚟。咁同時我哋自己都唔好做咯，所以要 100% 嘅 attention 俾到呢個人啦。
Okay, yeah. So should we move on to number 3?
Yes.
Number 3 is it's about intuition. It's about trusting yourself. You know, if you see any red flags, you want to not ignore them. You want to be able to tap into your heart and to know this is a yes or this is a no. If you want to repeat that, and I'm going to get into a specific list of some red flags.
Yeah， 咁咧講到呢一點咧，就係咧，我哋要完全相信自己嘅直覺啊！講得好似好迷糊咁。點解你完全相信自己直覺？其實你第一下嗰個 moment， 你同嗰個人一齊，你覺得佢啱你定唔啱你咧？你唔好 judge， 唔好懷疑，你即刻覺得係就係係，唔係就唔係。你要相信自己嘅直覺咯。當時如果你喺度拗喺度諗嚟諗去嘅時候咧，其實你嗰下已經唔相信你自己啦。
Okay, so
can you tell a little bit more what is red flag? For example,
yes. For example, so I have an acronym for red flags, and the word is avoid. And so the A stands for if the guy is arrogant. The V stands for if he is vain. The O is if he's like out of control, just like, I don't know, maybe if he drinks too much, or not necessarily drinking, but just out of control, not very grounded. That's I is if he's like, if he ignores you, that's not a good thing. And then the D is for dishonest. And if you want me to repeat those for you.
The is arrogant, right? Arrogant 真係咧好高竇嘅，覺得自己好即係好厲害不過㗎啦，即係視人如無物嗰種啦。咁咧 two is vain, right? In vain， 即係 ghost, right?
Vain, he's just like really into himself.
即係好我都唔知點樣講添 ，vain 即係好自己啊，又中意或者失蹤啊，或者好自己咁樣，好唔照顧人哋嘅感受嘅。咁number 3係 number 3 forgot can you remember?
So always out of control.
Out of control, like alcoholic kind of things.
Like that type of behavior, but also even if it has nothing to do with drinking, just he is not grounded and like centered, and here he's just like all over the place.
係啦，即係咧 out of control， 任何 any type 嘅 out of control， 即係佢自己唔 ground 嘅，佢冇一個 ground， 即係可能少少嘢就即刻可以大發雷霆啊！舉例或者你一督到佢，佢就即刻反面啊，或者你啱啱踩到佢條尾，佢又即刻發脾氣，即係好任何種類嘅 out of control 失控。Number 4 is O, right?
A-V-O, then I is ignores you. Like that would be like ghosting, ignoring you.
咁咧第4點咧就係失蹤人口啦，即係話咧佢唔重視，都係唔係好重視你嘅感覺啦。咁佢隨時會你講嘅嘢可能佢聽唔到，或者你講咗好多次佢都聽唔到。咁嗱呢？Hi, Jimmy. Oh my God. Are we there? Oh, yeah, I think the Wi-Fi, Paris here, the Wi-Fi is so bad. Sometimes just disconnected. I'm so sorry. Yeah. We're back. Can you
hear? Yeah. We're good.
Yeah. So we were at point 4, right?
We did ignores you, and then D is for dishonest.
D is for dishonest。咁最後一點紅旗咧，就係對於你唔老實啦，即係講大話啦。明明話咗我今日去邊度同個客食飯嘅，原來喺屋企瞓覺或者睇電視或者做緊其他嘢，類似咁樣啦。任何類型嘅 dishonest 唔老實唔誠實，我哋就要小心啦，就 red flag。
Yes. So should we move on to number 4?
Yes, please.
Okay. So number 4 is don't settle. And this means that you need to have a certain bar, and I don't care if you're getting older or whatever it is, never settle. Never end up marrying a man if you don't feel like 100% sure that he's the right guy for you.
Oh, I love that. 咁咧第4點咧就係我哋唔好輕容易咁樣將自己定落嚟啊！即係如果你覺得呢一個人你唔可以有少少懷疑咧，都唔好嫁俾佢。有少懷疑都唔好嫁俾，因為咧你一定要相信自己嘅感覺。如果呢個人係有少少嘢 fulfill 唔到你咧，你都唔好覺得哎呀我冇噶啦，唔理你而家幾多歲，你50歲又好，40歲又好，你都唔好輕容易，因為咧你嘅直覺係好重要嘅。
Exactly. Yes. Do you want me to say more about that, or should we move on to the 5th one?
I think, do you want to evaluate a little bit more about this point? I mean, for a lot of Chinese girls from our country, when you getting a little bit older, I mean, over 30 years old, is kind of red flag to us. So we kind of hurry to settle. And how do you see that?
Yeah, so I think that you just need to tune into your heart and you need to think about the rest of your life. And is it really worth it to settle and be unhappy just so you got married younger? Or do you want to just be patient and wait for the right guy to come along? It's more important. Your happiness is more important than anything else.
Yeah. What if this person never arrived?
Oh, if you believe that this person is out there for you, that he will arrive. And if you want to repeat that, and then I have a statistic. If you want to.
Yes, I want. Let me translate it quickly. 咁咧，我啱啱就問到咧，Jamie 咧，佢頭先話到，我哋唔好咁容易輕易放棄。但係我哋華人社會裏邊咧，我哋女人過咗30歲咧，嫁唔出咧就好緊張噶啦嘛，就會開始一係亂嚟，就一係完全放棄噶嘛。但係 Jamie 就係話，我哋唔好咁容易將自己嘅standard 降低嚟到求其揾個人結婚。點解咧？因為你要完全相信你自己。咁我就問佢啦，如果我哋相信自己，我哋唔要嘅時候，真係唔到咁點啊？佢話係有，只要你相信呢個人喺度咧，佢一定會出現嘅。佢一定會出現。咁咧，佢而家就 about to 分享，佢有個 statistic， 有一個數據話俾你知係真係會出現嘅呢個人。Yes.
So the statistic is that 80% of people who want to get married will get married. The other 20% are people that don't tune into things like this, don't do that inner work, they don't never own, they're just blaming. They do the same things over and over again. They never really learn and grow. So I'm assuming everybody that's tuned in today is in the 80%. So if you want to get married, you will get married.
Yes， 嗱咁你 Jimmy 講到呢個 very very important， 非常之緊要嘅。佢而家就係話我哋講緊個信念嘅問題啦。我哋永遠都要喺個心裏邊 work 翻出嚟，唔係等出邊嘅嘢嚟 work 我哋。佢講嘅 statistic 咧，數據就係話，如果80% 人口裏面你自己好想結婚嘅，你遇到嗰個人都係想結婚咧，你就會可以一齊。但係如果你個心係一路都諗住我唔會結婚，我遇唔到呢個人嘅，咁你係好大機會都遇唔到。所以你改變自己信念 tune in 去你自己嘅感覺咧，係最 important 嘅。Yes.
Exactly what she said. I couldn't have said it any better. Okay, so and then the 5th tip is to have fun. So many of my clients, they look at dating as they don't think it's fun. They think it's a task. They don't look forward to the dates. I've been married for 7 years now, but when I was single, I had the best time. Like, it's all about your attitude. If you go into a date thinking it's going to be fun, whether he's the one or not, just go in and have fun. If you're going to be there anyway, have fun. And this is a spiritual thing also. It's like your perspective.
Yes.
The more positive attitude you have, the more the universe is going to bring in more opportunities for you to have fun, and you actually can bring in the right guy for you.
Exactly. 咁咧佢第5點講到咧好緊要啦，我哋 dating 同人約會嘅時候咧，自己一定唔好忘記玩啊，即係 have fun 去 enjoy 成個過程。點解咧？因為當你越 enjoy 嘅時候咧，嗰個 universe 個宇宙咧，彷彿你將就係散發同你一樣嘅能量去俾你，咁你側邊嘅嘢都會係好玩。因為好多時我哋 single girl 咧太急啦，即係好想，佢係咪真㗎？佢係咪因為中意我㗎？我哋會唔會結婚㗎？跟住即係諗住一大堆。咁變咗我哋太過 serious 嘅時候咧，都唔話 have fun， 咁個 universe 俾翻你嘅就係緊張啦，就係唔知有冇啦，你驚冇啊嘛，咁就你就冇咯。所以我哋要調翻轉嚟諗，我哋要先改變自己嗰個磁場，咁咧先可以改變到成個現狀咯。
I just learned that universe, have fun, and enjoy are universal. Because you said universe, have fun, and enjoy. And I understand.
Yes. 即係咧，我哋個宇宙，即係你 have fun 嗰時候，個 universe 咧都會俾翻一樣嘅 fun， 一樣嘅快樂俾你一樣啦。所以我自己一定要開始先。Yes.
Okay, so those are the 5 tips. Do you have any more questions?
Well, in that case, I think most of the girls really shy, especially middle age, about that, or they lose hope. Do you have any last bit of advice for them?
Yes, of course. I just had a first session with somebody yesterday, and she was young. I think she's young. She's 31, and she said she got really sad, and she's wondering, is this guy out there? Is it going to happen? So the thing is, you have to, if you want to translate that first, and then I'll tell you some tips.
Yeah. 咁咧 Jimmy 啱講到咧，佢尋日咧有一位客人啦，即係有一位朋友需要揾佢幫忙嘅，咁咧就佢31歲，咁佢而家咧都係有一啲 frustration 啦，因為我而家問佢，如果中年嘅女人啦，而家我哋一係就放棄，一係就好急。咁我有冇最後一個 tips 可以俾到一啲中年少少嘅女士咧？咁樣，咁佢就講到啱啱呢一個例子啦。
Yeah, so you need to believe. How about we'll go through them, and as I say the word, you say it. So you need to believe it's going to happen.
Say that again, sorry.
I'll say one tip, and then you say it, and we'll just go through them. A bunch of. Okay, so you need to believe it's going to happen.
你要相信佢將會發生啦。
You need to trust it's going to happen.
你要相信佢會發生啦。
You need to be able to visualize it actually happening and live your life sometimes as if it's already happening. Sometimes I say, when you set the table at dinner, if you live by yourself and you put a glass of wine, you pour a glass of wine for him also, or do a place setting, or with your bed at night, undo both sides of the bed, things like that. That's visualizing, living as if.
咁咧，我哋要 visualize 好難教 visualize 呢樣嘢，即係我哋咧諗住呢個情景已經係發生啦，唔係話我諗 V 運佢會發生，係你已經感覺到呢樣嘢發生，因為你好相信會發生，你好相信，你亦都知道會發生嘅時候，你好自然見到，即係等於我睇到我今晚煮飯食乜餸咁樣，我已經諗到我今晚煮起嗰碟炆冬菇係點嘅樣㗎啦，咁我嗰碟炆冬菇就係咁樣，即係直頭就係咁樣諗。即係咁樣諗啊！當你咁樣諗嘅時候，啲嘢就會好自然，你唔會覺得有個 missing piece 係點樣咧 ？Visualize, yes, it's very hard for us actually, but I think for Asian it's quite difficult.
Tell them they can do a session with me anytime, and I can help them learn how to live like that, because that is how we manifest. You have to have a positive attitude. The universe. They understand that. Universe gives us what we focus on. So don't focus on the fear of it not happening. Focus on the belief and the knowing that it will happen, and the universe will.
咧會俾予你需要嘅嘢你，所以你咧要集中你個腦諗嘅乜嘢好緊要。如果你集中諗係好驚嘅，咁呢個宇宙就會俾啲好驚嘅嘢你啦。但係如果你集中諗 我想要嗰啲嘢咧，佢都會俾你想要嗰啲嘢。所以咧 ，Jimmy 啱啱話到，如果你係需要人幫助點樣去 visualization 咧，你可以揾佢可以幫到手嘅。Yes.
And you can tell them that I'm writing a book all about manifesting your man, and we'll get it translated into Cantonese.
Oh wow, that's a lot of work. 咁咧 ，Jimmy 佢而家咧寫緊一本書咧，係教人哋點樣去manifest，即係點樣manifest is very hard to translate，將佢變成真啊，變成真嘅。即係我而家夢中呢個男人係點樣？我想呢個人變成真喺我生活裡面嘅。咁咧 ，Jimmy 如果寫緊呢本書，咁佢話之後咧叫我幫佢 translate 做 Cantonese 咁咧。Oh, yes.
Yes.
Good. So I think that's it for today, and this great tip, and it sounds like a lot of work, but also I think everything is come to practice, right? We need to practice and start to believe. And this is the whole summit about. And again, Jimmy is very, very busy. And thank you so much for joining us today. And again, Jimmy will talk about a lot more stuff. She's also a very successful entrepreneur herself. And she's also a mother, a wife. And she will talk about her journey as well. And she will share more tips in the StrongWomen.live summit. So for whoever really looking for opportunities in here, and this is something you should not miss. And if you want to know more about Jimmy, please go to StrongWomen.live summit, and you will find all her detail on the speaker page. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And one more thing, you said it's difficult, it's not easy. The word impossible means I'm possible. So nothing is impossible. All of this is so much more than possible. Everybody out there can make this happen and find the guy that's right for you.
Totally. 咁咧 ，Jimmy 講到最後呢一點咧，就係當你寫 impossible 嘅時候咧，你將佢拆開 impossible，right？ 你拆開 I am possible。I'm possible， 所以我哋大家都記住係乜嘢都係 possible 嘅 ，woman 我哋 possible。Yes. Yes. Thank you so much.
So happy for everybody. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much for joining us today. What a pleasure. I wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you. I wish you a great night.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, let me.